So I was scrolling on my TikTok For You page the other day, and I see this monstrosity pop up, so I'm going to talk about it. As a kid, I always wondered how big this child actually was. I was an avid Diary of a Wimpy Kid reader, so naturally, I was curious about how tall this thing was because of how it looks compared to literally anything. Also, the new Diary of Wimpy Kid 3D movie, I thought this was appropriate. So how big is Manny from Diary of Wimpy Kid? First, I'm going to lay down a couple things. I am no mathematician nor a professional measurer, so don't come after me if I get something wrong. Second, I know you can just Google this, but I trust myself more than Google. So here we are. Lastly, I'm going to assume throughout all of the first book and new animated movie, Manny is the same height. Honestly, I could argue that he's the same height throughout all of the books based on his character design, but I figure it's most accurate to remain within the first one. Realistically, I could also factor in the growth rate of an average toddler, but judging by that head of his, I don't think he is really average at all. To start, I stole the first book from a child and then began to flip through the pages to find any useful pictures of Manny next to or holding something that is a measurable object of any sort. I found about 6 I could use. Also, only using images I found online, I located a picture of 3D Manny holding a meatball. I had everything I needed to begin. The first picture I analyzed was this one with Manny holding a microphone. The dimensions of the most basic, seen everywhere singing microphone are 10.31 by 4.92 by 3.31 inches, the height being 10 inches. I only really need the height to get my first estimation. With my super duper photoshopping skills, I found that Manny's height is 2.1 microphones tall. 2.1 times 10.31 is 21.651. Therefore, on this image alone, Manny is 21.651 inches or 1.8 feet tall. Brief intermission here, and then I'll let you get on with everything. If you are still watching, you probably are pretty interested in this, at least as much as I am. We do random videos every week, and you never know what you might miss. If you're one of the people who actually find this entertaining, why not subscribe? Okay, thanks. But I didn't stop there. There was this one picture of Manny holding an orange that seemed off to me. The orange appears to be a standard orange that are about 3 inches across. Manny is about 2 2/3 oranges tall. If we use previous calculations, this would make the orange about 0.675 feet across or 7.8 inches. Now, the biggest navable oranges can grow to be about 4.5 inches. The orange picture came after the microphone picture, so either Manny here is a shapeshifter, this is a special type of orange, or the most likely solution, the microphone calculations were wrong. Assuming standard measurements for anything in a cartoon universe with no definites is clearly not very accurate, but still I pushed on. I moved on to a picture of Manny next to some blocks. This one was a bit more tricky because he is crouched down. 5 blocks were what I estimated to be his height in this photo. The ones in the picture appeared to be the smaller ones that are about 3.5 inches across. Therefore, in the picture, Manny's height is 17.5 inches or 1.46 feet. So now we have 3 different heights for this little gremlin. 1.8 feet from the microphone picture, 1 foot from the orange picture, and 1.46 feet from the box picture. I thought all hope was lost until I turned to the animated movie. There's this picture of Manny holding a meatball. By using my Photoshop skills once again, I found that Manny's height was 3 1/3 meatballs tall. This meatball appears on the smaller side, so I estimated it to be 1.5 inches across. Now, through some scuffed calculations and estimations, the height I got was closest to the block height, but a bit under that. I have 2 conclusions. Number 1, Manny from Diary of a Wimpy Kid, based on my calculations, is about 1.3 feet, 15.6 inches, or 39.62 centimeters tall. His head making up literally half, or a conservative 1/3 of his body, being therefore 0.4333 feet tall. And number 2, Manny is a shape-shifting mongrel demon child who came from a different planet to curse Greg's life, be an annoyance to everyone around him, and put Susan into a trance that cannot be broken. That is my opinion. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.